Hello and welcome. We are going on to our next poem, Die Hansworst by S.J. Pretorius. Okay, an old poem. And a terribly depressing, sad poem. I've known this poem for a while, obviously. But yeah, man, it's not something that makes you feel good in your heart at all. It's extremely depressing. So I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Let's try and make the best of it. Yeah, just before we start, if you can just really help me, I'm providing this free help and content. You can really help me by just making sure that as many people as possible can see this video. So you can just do that by posting the link on your WhatsApp groups for school or on your status so that other people can see it. And then also, my books are in Takealot now, so please buy a book. Those middle two are for high school. That'll really just make your life super easy. If you have younger siblings or you know of younger people from grade 4, I have these books. That is what I do pretty much for a living. So if you can help me in that sense, that'll be absolutely amazing, and then the universe will do good things for you. I promise you. That is how life works. Let's roll right into this. This sad. Okay, right. Enough of that. So here I've got the poem. Obviously, as always, there's the English translation that ChatGPT helped me with. I had to. It wasn't perfect. I had to tweak it a little bit. Okay, and then there's some really crispy, clean, neat, minimalistic, easy notes that will help you understand this poem. That'll set you up for when you do this in class or afterwards or before the exams. Okay, Die Hansworst, the clown. Okay, so the words are quite old and quite difficult, but the poem itself is not difficult. It's very easy. Okay, so you just kind of have to vocab, dive into the vocab a bit and learn the vocab, because it's some archaic Afrikaans. Once again, okay, but I did simplify it here for you on this side. Oor sy afsigtelike bochel. Okay, so afsigtelike means lelik, ugly. He's got this hump. Okay, so it's a humpbacked clown, all right? En kromheid, and his crookedness. Hy's skeef, he's skew, he's krom. All right, het hulle hom gekoggel. Gekoggel means they mocked him. Another word for kochel would be sport. Okay, but kochel just sounds harsher. The poet here intentionally uses the harshest possible terms to describe this poor clown. And it's absolutely awful that people would mock someone like this. In line 3, en bitterder was hul venyn as sy vergroeide ruggraatpyn. Beautiful rhyme. Okay, so even more bitter was their hatred than the pain of his back. So obviously he's suffering, he's in pain constantly with this. And this was a while ago. Okay, this is not, you don't have modern medicine here. All right, this is not 2025 when you can take pain blockers and things. Okay, so but the people's hatred were more painful than the pain in his back. That is awful. Okay, so to me, already you can see that this poem speaks to how absolutely evil and horrible people can be when they mock people with disabilities. I hate it, eh? And this like really, oh man. Anyway, so line 5. Tussen die diere in 'n hoek het hy die eensaamheid gesoek. So between the animals in their cages at the circus. This is a circus moving from town to town, right? Like in the old days. Okay. He looked up the loneliness. He searched up. He sought out solitude. He sought out the loneliness. Okay. Most of us move away from loneliness. This guy goes towards loneliness because loneliness is better than being mocked. Imagine that. So it's the lesser of two evils here for him. Okay, then we have direct words. met klere wat gedurig gaar is, wat doen die vent met sy salaris? So it's the direct people, most probably of the other circus workers, or the audience, or whatever, but with klere wat gaar is. Gaar means stikkend. Okay, stikkend is the word for gaar, and vent is like a derogatory word for just like this, use this guy, this guy. There's no real nice translation, but a vent is like it's a derogatory term of a human. Okay, what is he doing with his salary? Why can't he just buy new clothes? Okay, that's how you can hear the people talking in your mind's eye there. Hate, so there's a little bit of a shortening of a het. That's just to make the poem faster. I don't think they're going to ask that. Hy het maandeliks by die poskantoor 'n brief gepos of een gelees. So every month he would go to the post office and he would either send a letter or receive a letter and stand there and read it. Okay, so somebody somewhere wrote to him or cared about him or loved him even. And by die dierkratte, he would go and stand there at the animal cages and read his letter. It's probably just to be left alone. Okay, you can almost picture the other people grabbing the letter out of his hands and passing it around and reading it and maybe destroying it. You know, these co-workers of his sound like real, really bad, you know, insert the right word here. And they say he reads it oor en oor. Okay, he reads it over and over. Okay, that's just to emphasize how many times he reads it and how desperate he is. I'm just going to put it in the notes because I didn't put the oor and oor in the notes. And we'll type a note on that just now. And then there's quotation marks. This is someone's direct speech. Sou daar tog ergens iemand wees? Could there be someone somewhere? This is his co-worker saying, what? Who would write the letter to this guy? This is crazy. Who on earth would take the time to write a letter to this creature, this humpback? Big joke. Okay. Then we've had quatraine. So we've got 4 lines, 4 lines, 4 lines, and then suddenly, boom, we've got a whole lot of lines here. Okay, I don't think it means too much, but let's look at it. En daardie ewige reuk van drank, the eternal smell of liquor, he stinks of alcohol. Okay, you know when you smell that. Nie een sou huil as hy bedank. Nobody would cry if he resigned or if he died. They'd be like, wow, they, you know, make a joke out of it. Okay, they don't care about this guy. Maar is always an important word in a poem, okay? Maar waar hy in die circus tent, aapagtig teen die firmament, so where he's like a monkey climbing up in the skies, in the circus tent, high up against the ropes, okay, waar hy hoog teen die takelwerk, or the rigging, or the ropes, kon klouter, die dood uittart en klein kabouter, he's like a little dwarf, look at him, he's climbing along like a little dwarf on the ropes. Look at that, that's so funny, it's hilarious. Look at that skew little person there, climbing up in the sky on the ropes. Big attraction, like look how weird that is, that's so bizarre, wow. Okay, so they're not really admiring him at all. They're laughing because it's mockingly funny. Okay, it's because it's so ridiculous and so weird. Sy duivelstreke uithaal, he pulls out his devilish tricks, his little tricks, but they call it duivelstreke. We'll unpack that word a bit. Dat almal skater van die wonder. They're all laughing at this wonder. Okay, but are they really? Is it because he's so athletic that he can climb like that? Or is it just because it looks so weird and so bizarre? Is hy hoeseer verag, verlate. He's still hated and alone. Okay, nobody goes up to him after the show. He doesn't sit with the other people having a drink after the circus performance. He goes and sits by the animals where he can be lonely. Nog, but still, deur die baas beskou as bate. So there's a hectic alliteration there. I don't think it means too much. It just adds a little bit of rhythm, hey? So the boss sees him. Barter is a benefit. It's an asset. Okay, that's he's treasured. Okay, I translated it there as treasured. But he's a big asset to the circus because he draws in the crowds. Okay, so the boss is like, yeah. Keep the clown happy. Let him do whatever he wants, or let him drink and whatever. I don't care. He brings in money. Okay. Last stanza. Toe het 'n brief gekom eendag, and then a nice ellipse there. Then a letter came one day. Ooh, okay. So we have learnt about the letters earlier in the poem. So we knew there was someone that he was conversing with. Hy het oor die bed gebuk, verblind, he was blinded. And here he's blinded by shock and blinded by pain. Terwyl die boggelrig vroukie sag, sterwend, fluister, dankie my kind. Okay, so evidently this is, we can only guess, his mother. We can see that she has the same condition of the bent humpback spine, okay, as her son, and she's dying, stervend. So this is her last letter to him. How terrible! I mean, how like if the poem could get any worse. I mean, flip and hell. It's like a really, really depressing ending, and it's really sobering. And makes us think, do we do this to other people? I mean, we might not mock disabled people, but do we, as humans, make fun of people who are different? Okay. Maybe that's the theme of the poem, is this awareness of, are we accepting? Okay, do we accept diversity? Right, because certainly here, this poem is an horrific example of people not doing that. Okay, so let's run through the notes that I typed for you. We might add some on them as we go. I'm just going to move it here so we can see a bit better. Okay, so the title is not too much. Normally the title is loaded with meaning. Yeah, it's the clown. Okay, die Hansford. It's not a Hansford, it's a specific Hansford. It's a very specific clown. It's this one that everybody knows about. Die nar met die skewe ruggraat. And the irony is, of course, in the title is that nothing in this poem is funny. A clown is supposed to make you laugh because he's funny, because of his tricks. Here, they're laughing at him because of his disability. That's something entirely different. And it's uiters somber. The poem is very somber, very dark and sad. So there is some irony packed there into the title. Inversie. Okay, so they start with, inversie is when they move away from the normal stompy word order and they put something that should be later in the sentence in front. So here they put in front die afsigtelike bochel. They put it in front of the sentence. Why? Because that's the first thing you see, or what people see. That's the most important feature of this person, is his disability. Okay. Beklemtoon dat die bochel baie sigbaar en skokkend is. So that's what it does, the inversie. It emphasizes that this hump is very visible or noticeable and very shocking indeed. It's the first thing that people see. Sy ruggraat het vergroei. His spine grew out of line, and this big knop, this big hump is formed. Now, just look at the types of words that the narrator also uses very intentionally. Afsigtelik. He could have just said lelik, ugly. But afsigtelik sounds so much worse. Sig comes from sight. It's the word sight. So it's so unsightly. So it's not just saying ugly, it's saying unsightly. You don't even want to look, you want to look away. You want to look away. It happens to us, when we see people with disabilities or on the streets, we look away. We can't even look it in the eyes, So it's a very strong word for lelik. That's what I said there. So who is the hulle? I would definitely ask this in this poem. Who are they? The other people. You'd have to be able to explain that. These are the circus workers. Could be the public, it could be the people who come to the circus to watch the shows. Okay, simple as that. In bitterder was hul venyn. Again, venyn. They could have just said hate. Hate is already a very, very strong word, but venyn means toxic or poisonous hate. Okay, that's how much. Why is it that humans enjoy hating other people? Because they are different. There's an ugly part in humans that sometimes comes out, where someone is different than us. When we don't dislike them, we actively hate them. We see it on social media. Horrible. Okay. Mense oordeel hom as gevolg van sy voorkoms. What am I doing? Gevolg. As gevolg van sy voorkoms. Die mense se haat maak seerder as die pyn van sy ruggraat. How sad. Their hate hurts more than the pain of his spine. Then there's a full stop here that I feel could be quite meaningful in this poem. That full stop there, they could have left it without a full stop, but the full stop adds meaning here. Why? It's functional. Because this condition is permanent. A humpback is permanent. No surgeon in the world can straighten out that growth. And people will always judge him for that until the day he dies. So it adds to the drama, it adds to the intensity or the sadness or the finality. Maybe more, yeah. So let's say that it's the finaliteit. Finaliteit van sy situasie. There's no hope for him to ever be normal. Okay, which makes it very final and very sad. Cool. If we now go to the second one, so tussen die diere in die hoek. So he sits with the animals. They must ask you why. Why do you think? Because they don't judge. Animals don't judge you. I mean, if this guy had a pet dog, the dog would love him. Absolutely love him. And the suggestion here, maybe it's just from my side, but the suggestion here is that diere meer moreel as mense. Animals don't judge like people judge. They don't judge us. They'll be happy. You can come home 10 times a day and they'll be happy every time. You can leave them for 2 weeks and come back, they'll be happy. They won't hold a grudge. Okay. And here I made that note, hy soek die eensaamheid. This is the irony, because most people don't want to be eensaam. But here, eensaamheid is beter as die haat van die mense. To him, loneliness is better than active hatred. Eensaamheid is a verligting. In fact, the loneliness is a relief. It's a social and emotional relief for him. Then again, 7 and 8 is in inverted commas there. Who's talking here? Okay, it's the circus men. There's people working with them. They're like, geez, look at his clothes. It's done, man. His clothes are worn out. Why can't he just use his salary to buy new clothes? Okay, But we know what happens to his money. We see that later on. Right, then we get to this strophe here, where he talks about this letter. Okay, so he has someone that writes to him. He reads it by the animal cages. Why? Because niemand sal hom daar pla nie. Niemand sal hom spot nie. Nobody will grab the letter. Oor en oor, he reads it over and over. Dit beklemtoon dat he's a human being. He needs love. He needs acceptance. Beklemtoon dat hy liefde en aanvaarding nodig het. He's not an animal. Oh, you know what I mean. He's human. He needs interhuman interaction. Nobody can live alone. It'll be absolutely awful. Okay? So that's the oor en oor. And then again, those direct words. So dat toch iemand wees, would it be someone? Ergens weet. Could he possibly have a friend or family? That is so weird. Okay. Then we get to this long stanza here. There's a few things we can take out. Die reuk van drank. Okay, so why is he drinking? Well, I would be drinking if I was him in his situation. I would be drinking a lot. Okay, I don't blame him. He's drinking to resolve or relieve his physical and emotional pain. Verlig is to relieve. That's why he's drinking. Okay. Then I picked out the word firmament. Okay, that normally means the heavens, the beautiful starry heavens. But here it's ironic because it's the roof of the circus. Okay, it's the roof of the circus tent. So it kind of shows us how limited and restricted and restrained his life is. That his heavens is where he's climbing on ropes there on the circus tent. Okay, that maar there is important. Okay, it's like it's a verskywing in die gedig. It's like a shift in the poem. It's not a vending. Okay, it's not a complete change. But it shows us here when people actually value him, ironically. Wanneer hy sy toertjies doen, is almal maar oor hom. When he does his tricks, then people like him. But there's sort of this idea that, are they laughing at his tricks because they're amazed? Or are they laughing at his appearance, sy voorkoms? I think they're more laughing at the bizarreness of this skew person climbing up the circus walls and up the circus ropes. That's what they're laughing at. And when he's doing funny little tricks. They even used the word here, aapachtig, where he's like compared to a monkey. It's like, it's a human monkey. Look at that. Look how stupid that looks. And again, it fits in with this idea that he's more comfortable at the animal cages. He actually identifies more with animals than he does with human. Hy identifiseer meer met diere. So we put that in. Okay, I think that's a good take. Then they say there, die dood uittart. He's teasing death. He takes risks. I don't really think he cares if he dies or not. If he falls there and he breaks his neck, probably a lot of relief in death, which is bitterly tragic. I'm just going to put there, tragisch. That's the word. It's very tragic that, you know. Okay. Duivelstreke, they call his tricks devil's tricks. They could have just said tricks, but they say devil's tricks. It's like, you know how people used to believe that people with disabilities or mental illnesses had demons inside their heads. Okay, people still believe it. Okay, and that they need to get the demons out. Or people still believe that if you're born with a disability, that you are somehow punished by God. You know, or your forefathers did something, all kinds of stupid things that people believe. And so I just said there, mense veroordeel hom soos in die verlede, like in the past, toe mense geglo het, when people believed, mense met gebreklikhede is deur God verdoem. They were judged by God because of their disabilities. And all they were besete met die duivel. They had demons in their head. The irony has to sort of be the kicker here. Die ironie, die mense se oordeel is boos. Their judgment of this guy, that's evil. The devil's not in the clown. The devil's in the people. Okay, the evil's in them for behaving in this way, for paying money to go and mock someone openly. Okay, that's the evil part. Okay, then again, verag, verlate. As soon as the show's over, he's hated again. Verag is hated. Verlate, he's alone. They just used those two words for rhyme with, not rhyme, with rhythm, with alliteration. Baas beskou hom as 'n bate. The baas only sees him as a financial asset. He doesn't care about him as a person. He just gives him a little bit of money so that he can stay in the circus. That's all. And then the full stop at the end of that stanza, just again, reiterates, die antwoord sal altyd verag word. He'll always be hated. Hy is net gewild wanneer hy mense laat lag. He's only popular when he makes people laugh. And the laughter is not even a healthy humor. It's not healthy humor. It's sick humor. Hy sal altyd net 'n bate wees. Then the last stanza, can we just end the misery of this poem, please? It's really putting me in a dark mood here. There's two. That's the vending, when they ask for the vending. Why is it a vending? Because the only person that cares about him in his life is dying. It says, sy stervende ma het 'n brief geskryf. It looks like it's his dying mother. Now we probably know where his money went. So some of it went to alcohol and some of it went to his mother. Now she's dead. Okay. No need for him to go to the post office once a month because nobody's going to write to him ever again. Okay. And she says, dankie my kind. So it shows that there was goodness. Daar was goedheid, kindness, despite his pain. Okay, so there's a lot of bar rhyme in the poem if you look at the rhyme scheme right through. Then there's cross rhyme right at the end. Okay, so that's meaningful. There's the cross rhyme, it's only there. I think the rest is all, yeah, it's all bar rhyme. Okay, so that just emphasizes the break there. Okay, it emphasizes the shift in the poem. It adds to the impact of the two. Die kruisrym in die laaste skroefe beklemtoon die pyn, konflik en hartseer. So the cross rhyme, the change in the rhyme now emphasizes that inner conflict, the inner pain that and grief that he will have to deal with now. Theme, if they ask about theme, so I would say something like this. Die mens is geneig, the mankind, us, humans we tend to mock others in an evil way and judge them according to their external appearance. Also perhaps according to differences of beliefs, differences in looks, that sort of thing. Die mens is geneig om ander op 'n bose manier te bespot en veroordeel volgens hulle uiterlike voorkoms. Okay, so please don't compare this to what your teacher says to you in class as well. You know, and add to your notes. Make sure you understand this poem. This is marks that you can really bank on in the exam. Not a difficult poem, just some fancy words. I hope that helps a little bit. Please, if you can, take a look, link, buy my book, or share the link to people or anybody that you know that would benefit from Afrikaans First Additional Language help. It'll really help me and my little family, and I appreciate your support dearly. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you smash this year and you get Afrikaans done. And you'll see that it's not something to be feared. Over and out. See you in the next poem. Be safe.